Today, you all, I come to simply say that we are tired of our young people. We are tired of all people carrying the burden of student loan debt. Come on, somebody. We are witnessing a burden that has not been relieved, a burden that has not been lifted. And so I want to say it first, and I'm going to say it again throughout this moment here on our telecast, that on November the 16th, everybody say November the 16th. On November the 16th, we want everyone that has any student debt to bring your student debt bill to West Point Missionary Baptist Church, where we will be for our Saturday forum. And on November the 16th, it is Forgive the Debt Saturday. And so anybody that's watching us, wherever you are watching us, we want you to fax to us how much you are in student loan debt. Because on the 16th, you all, we're going to gather together as a group, as a steering committee, to simply say that this has to stop today. I said this has to stop today. This administration, you all, since he has taken office, has literally strategically done whatever he can to cut educational funding. Dr. Wilson is going to talk a little bit in depth about that in a little while. But this particular president has recently cut federal Pell Grants to the tune of $2.8 billion. 70% of all students that go to school depend on federal Pell Grants. Now that's from the federal level. Here in the state of Illinois, we just went through an administration that cut student Pell Grants as well on the state level. So college students depend on federal Pell Grants. They depend on Pell Grants from the state in which they reside in, as well as other opportunities through scholarships. But a lot of young people, a lot of those who go back to school are not getting the relief that they need as it pertains to that. Can I just talk to you all about some of the challenges that people are facing? This weekend, you all, Spell House is having one of the best homecomings in this side of the country. But almost every student that goes to Clark Atlanta University leaves with an average of close to $82,000 of debt. We are literally witnessing people who are going to school, secondary education. I myself went back and got a master's degree. Those who decide to go further in their education are ending their educational journey after grabbing a master's degree on average of $135,000 of debt. It's a new scheme, you all, because it's interesting that this administration can find money for war. I said this administration can find money to build planes. This administration can find money for war to the tune of over $9 trillion. So we can find $9 trillion to blow up countries and to kill innocent people, but we cannot simply find $1.15 to take away the debt of those who are trying to better themselves. Those who are in secondary education are not only facing $115,000 in debt on average, but those who want to further their degrees, lawyers, those who want to get their doctorate degree, are in debt to the tune of close to $250,000. People are drowning in student loan debt. And the scheme that we're witnessing now, not only are we finding funds to kill people and to essentially fund our defense system, but what we're also witnessing are schemes from a lot of debt relief companies. The new scheme now is to consolidate all of your student loans with variable interest rates that balloon in the span of you paying it back. For example, there's a young lady who left school with $50,000 in debt, having done whatever she could to pay those payments, and now is close to $170,000 in debt. She consolidated her student loans, and she did what she could, but the interest rate has now ballooned to close to 18%. Interest rates on federal loans for students is at an all-time high. So that means that every person that's trying to make an average wage or trying to make a living for themselves on average, for every paycheck that they get, close to 40% of every paycheck is just simply to pay student loans back. 80% of people that have loans will not pay them back in their lifetime. So you have people that are burdened with debt and going to their graves in student loan debt. But guess what, you all? We're getting ready to do something about that. We're getting ready to organize. And so for those of you that are watching us, wherever you are in this city, wherever you are in this country, do us a simple favor. Those of you that are watching on Facebook Live, put the amount of student loan debt that you're in, put it right there in the feed. Those of you that are watching us, fax or call in right now, 773-256-2770, the amount of debt that you're in. And then last but not least, mark your calendars for November the 16th, because we're going to 35th and Cottage Grove at West Point Missionary Baptist Church, and we want everybody to bring the debt, because it's student loan forgiveness debt Saturday. Y'all with me, Rainbow Push? Are y'all believing that we're going to cut the debt? Are you believing we're going to make America better by ending the student loan debt? So give us a call and let us know.